Hello again for maybe the last time this year, at least for my Eurovision videos. I'm just gonna make a quick, as I like to call it, and probably totally rambling video about tonight's final, about the first semi, the second semi, my thoughts generally about this year's Eurovision Song Contest. As you may have seen from my previous video, I was in Lisbon and saw the first semi. For the second one, I was back home, watched it on TV. And actually, we saw the first one because we had a thing in Lisbon on the Saturday, and then we had a thing in Oslo on Wednesday night, so we had to go back on Wednesday. But actually, even though, of course, it would have been fun to see our own entry live, which we just saw on TV, I was actually very pleased with how it turned out because I felt like the first semi had so much better lineup than the second one. The second one was so much weaker. The first one was actually really good. Of course, just being there, the mood, everything is really special. And when you see the songs performed live and you're in the middle of the crowd like that, they have to be unbelievably shitty to not be enjoyable. But it was actually really good. And I think the shows as a whole, I think they're presented well, the way that the stage and everything is set up. I don't miss the LED screens at all. I think this light background thing is really, really good, the light rigs. I think that the Portuguese are doing a fantastic job of it. It's been wonderful to show so far. I was a little bit surprised with the results of the first semi. I like the Lithuanian entry, but I was still kind of surprised that it went through. Ireland also. Ireland is cursed, as we know. So I was happy for them because I think it's a really sweet song. But I was not expecting those two to make it through, and certainly not at the expense of Azerbaijan. I was absolutely certain that they were shoo-in. I love that song, but they did not get through, and I think that was probably to do with their incredibly lousy starting slot. So that had me a little bit worried because in the second semi, that was our slot. Although I didn't doubt that we would make it, but still. Belarus got knocked out. That's not so good for Norway because we have a Belarusian performing our song. And of course they can still vote, but they will have fewer people watching since they're not in the final. Obviously, I totally understand that 100%. It's less fun when you're not in it yourself. Your own participant didn't make it. So we didn't quite catch it immediately because people were shouting so loudly in the arena that it was hard to pick up. But when the last one was called and it was Ireland, I was like, and I lost count a little bit by then. So I was, what did she say, Ireland? And where's Azerbaijan? And I was totally surprised that they didn't make it. And I would have really liked to see them again tonight. This is Saturday, by the way, like 4 p.m. almost. But that's how it rolls. You never know. I think with a better slot, they would have made it through because I think that their song really has a fantastic beat. I love it. Wonderful chorus. But alas, we will not be seeing them tonight. But we will be seeing Finland. I was cheering for Finland. I had brought a Finnish flag with me. They're my favorite song this year. We were standing next to a couple of young Finns who were a little confused because I had the Finnish flag, but I had my Eurovision t-shirt with the Norwegian heart. So we had to explain to them we were Norwegian, but rooting for Finland. Because we were not competing that night. And of course they were crazy excited and they were so incredibly happy when their entry made its way to the final. And I have to say, my big worry on Tuesday was that Finland would not make it. And the reason I thought that was that I think that the song is brilliant and is a wonderful song for Eurovision. But I was a little worried because in the video, it sounds amazing, but I'd seen a bunch of live performances where I did not feel that it wasn't performed well. It didn't have the punch that it needed to get it through. So I was really worried about the performance that the Finns would put in. But they were amazing. I recorded it. I had the TV broadcast. I haven't watched it yet. Haven't had time because I haven't almost not been home since we got back on Wednesday night. But I just... Wow, we were blown away. I don't know what it looked like on TV is what I'm getting at, but live in the arena, it was fantastic. They put on such a brilliant show. It was such a good performance that I said to our new friends that I would be shocked if it didn't get through, and it did. So I'm super excited to see it again tonight. Thursday, I thought it was like feeble. I really thought the lineup was so weak. I was sitting at the end, I was like, what do I even vote for? I ended up voting for Serbia because one of our gang is a Serbian, and it's always fun to have them, plus I like the song. I voted for Australia and I voted for Denmark, and they all made their way through. And I tried to make a guess as to who would get through. I managed to pick 6 of the 10. So that's relatively good, I think. I would point out, I was a little bit disappointed with the Norwegian entry. I don't think it was for Alexander. I don't think it was that well performed. I think that the best performance of the night, I would say, was the Netherlands. I'm not really, it's not my type of music. And I'm not sure it's the Eurovision type of music either. I'm not sure how they're going to do, but I thought that their performance was fantastic on Thursday. That part of it was, performance-wise, they were the winner on Thursday, for my money. The show itself, like I said, it was good. It was well produced. It was well put on. So good job by the Portuguese. I'm sure tonight is going to be even better. I'm really excited to see the interval entertainment and how they've incorporated last year's winner into the intro, which is always one of my favorite parts. But if I'm going to try to guess who's going to win tonight, I have seriously no fucking clue. I used to be really good at this. I picked the winner in advance, like 5 years running. And often, there is something that stands out. But this year, the lineup is extremely even. And that means that there is no abysmally shitty song. But there also is no particularly good song. So I think it's really... And that's good, because it makes it exciting to watch the voting at the end. But I think it's... I would not be wanting to bet money on this. I think this is crazy difficult this year. If I had my choice of winner, I would say Finland. Because they have a wonderful song with a wonderful message. And now they also have a fantastic performance. So they deserve to do super well. I love that song. I would want it to win if I had my choice. I don't think they're going to win. I don't think that we are going to win. Again, I was disappointed with our performance on Thursday. And I don't see it as the winner. I'm sure we're going to do well. But I'd be really surprised if we won. One of the others in the Eurovision gang, she talked to her best friend today, who is also Norwegian, lives in Britain, and she was absolutely convinced, apparently, that Norway is going to win this year. Yeah, she's going to go to bed disappointed tonight. I'm sorry to say. I cannot see us as the winner. Israel, of course, has been a contender all the way, maybe. Cyprus is probably the one that I'm going to keep my eye on, because they have a really catchy song. People are really liking it. It's well performed, beautiful singer, striking presentation. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Cyprus. There are several songs this year, maybe more than other years. When I first heard the lineup, I wasn't excited. There weren't a lot of songs that really grabbed me. But there have been a lot of songs this year that have really grown on me. France, maybe especially. But also Italy, the Czech Republic, maybe Germany. I don't want to say Sweden, so I'm not going to say Sweden. Yeah, I know there are several songs this year that I didn't like at first that I like a lot more. Australia, still a contender. It would be amazing if they won. This is not the best entry that they've sent this year, but it's very good. It's very Eurovision-y. It puts people in a good mood. It has a good message. They're someone I'm also going to be... I'm sure they're going to do very well. Could go all the way. People are talking about Bulgaria this year. I agree that they have a very good song. I don't see them as the winner. But to be brutally honest, I don't see anyone as the winner this year. I don't see... Like, everyone is good enough, but no one is, like, stand out better than the others. I'm going to be voting for Finland. I'll bring my Finnish flag. I'll be voting for Finland. Keeping my fingers crossed for Finland. But I have no clue whatsoever who's going to win. Australia, Israel, or Cyprus? I honestly don't know. I think that several of the big five are going to do better than usual this year. Italy always does well, but I think, for instance, France is going to do much better than we might be led to expect because they're France. Because this year is one of their strongest entries for a long while. I have come to conclude. The song has really grown on me. But good luck to everyone. And most especially, good luck to Finland.